How to do the multi-sequence effect in Photoshop. So basically what we're doing is trying to create something similar to what you see here of the skateboarder going off the ramp. So the way this is done is the person taking the photo has the photo on a tripod. It's very important that you do that. And then when the person skates by, they have the camera set to continuous mode, so it like continuously takes a picture the entire time that the person goes through. Well, once you've done that, then you have to bring these pictures into Photoshop and do a couple things to them to create that multi-shot sequence look. I don't have the skateboard pictures, but I have these pictures of a person diving off a cliff. And so we'll just use those as a demonstration. If you want to do this, practice before you actually do it using these photos, you're welcome to, or you can just dive in, take your photos, and do what you see here. So, excuse me. So I downloaded these, and I did that by just right-clicking and choosing download. But anyway, I'm gonna open them up from my downloads folder. So there they are. Excuse me. So I've got 4 pictures. 1, top picture of the jump. 2, a little further down, and finally he hits water. So I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to put the next layer on top of this one. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add a layer, but what I need to do is I want to put this layer on top of this. Okay, so I go over here and I do Command A, which is the same thing as doing select all. Okay, so the same thing as doing that. So see Command A. So Command A, that selects the entire picture. And then what I want to do, by the way, this purple is something that shows those areas of the image are overexposed. I'm trying to figure out how to turn that off. This is a new version of Photoshop. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but I'm going to work on that. Anyway, so you select the entire image by doing Command A or going Select All. Once you have it, you can do Edit Copy, or the shortcut is Command C. And then you go to the original image, and as you can see, I made this extra layer. I'm going to paste it, or Command V, and now that layer is on top of the one that was there before. So though it only looks like there's one layer, if I turn this one off by deselecting that here, you can see the other pictures under there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make it so that I can see not only this guy, but I can see the person underneath. And this is how I do this. So I simply go over here and I right click and I do Object Selection Tool. And I make a box around the guy. Don't make it too big, don't make it too small, just a little bit out around him. Okay, let go, and Photoshop magically figures out what to select. It selects just him. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to select and I'm going to choose inverse, because right now he's selected, but I don't want to delete him. I want to delete everything around him. So I do inverse. And so now you notice he's selected and everything out here is selected. So when I hit the delete button, okay, the background goes away, but he's still there. So now what I need to do is I need to get rid of all of these selection dots. I call them, I call them ant lines, but whatever. So Command D deselects. So now all I see is the diver. Okay. Now there's the next pictures here. Same thing. I got to go to the original. I got to make another layer. Okay. Then I go to this one and I select Command A to select it. I do Command C to copy it. I go back here and do Command V to paste it. Oops, I gotta make sure I was on that layer. Command V. Okay, but now you can't see the other guys. Well, that's because I haven't taken away everything around him yet. So just like before, right click Object Selection, select him, give it a second, selects him, inverse it, okay, hit delete, and there he is. Get rid of the ant lines or selection dots, Command D, and there you have it. So you would keep going until you have them all. So you could do this as many times as you want. When you're all done, when you're all done, you need to do this. You need to file and you need to flatten it. It takes all the layers away. And then you need to file, save as, and be sure you are taking it to the vault, which is in your case vault 2, and you're going to put it in your classes, and you can keep going to your class, whatever it is, and find your folder. But wherever you're going to put it, you want to make sure this is set to JPEG. Okay, not 2000, not stereo, but JPEG. If for some reason you do this and you don't see this as a choice, click Save Copy and it'll end up showing you that. But anyway, then you save it and as a JPEG, and then just upload it to Google Classroom, and that's all you do.